Very important. This is a viral story we've been talking about, and we're going to be here diving into it. Joining us now is Savannah Hernandez, the legendary Savannah Hernandez, who is on the ground with a breaking story that has gone viral. Savannah, walk our audience through it. Great work.
Thank you so much, Charlie. So, of course, we're on the ground for the Turning Point USA Frontlines team, and we were actually at that same apartment complex that has been in the news for allegedly being overrun by Tren de Aragua. Now, as we approached the apartment yesterday, there was actually a huge protest going on outside, and it looked like the migrants organically organized this protest to say, actually, this reporting has been wrong. TDA actually isn't in the area. It's very safe. And this is a slumlord issue. They were holding up signs saying, stop slumlords now. And there's no gangs here. Stop lying. We spoke to migrants. We went inside the apartment complexes. It looked like a very, very bad scene there. Now, I actually did some investigating, and it was actually the East Colfax Community Collective that was here organizing this protest because, as we all know, this apartment has garnered national attention for being potentially overrun by gangs. We have seen all of these stories from Colorado residents saying, hey, I'm scared to take my kids to the park. There is definitely gang violence here. The migrant issue has gotten out of control. And then yesterday, we see the migrants telling a different story. Well, it's because this communist group actually organized this event. They were writing these signs for the migrants in English saying that there were no gangs. They instructed the migrants to say that there were no gangs in this area. I'm here with Jonathan Cho, who went and spoke to different migrants at the same apartment complex and also residents surrounding the area who said that there is very much gang violence in the area. And there were also bullet holes in the windows as well. What I wanted to break here on your show, Charlie, is that this specific group is also funded by the city of Aurora and the city of Denver. So this communist collective group is now running cover and trying to change the narrative for the city of Aurora and Denver and say that Tren de Aragua is really not an issue here when in fact it is.
I mean, this is amazing. Let's take a step back here and also I want to play some of this tape here. And by the way, great work, courageous work. Everyone understands Turning Point USA Frontlines goes where no one else goes. The first major organization actually go to this Aurora, Colorado compound, figure out what the heck is going on. So let's play cut 56. This is the communist group East Colfax Community Collective, which is funded by the city of Denver, you say, organized a migrant protest outside allegedly overrun with Tren de Aragua. Okay, no, that's not the one. Let's play cut 57 then. Let's play cut 57. Complex tenants and city police say there's no sign of the gangs occupying the apartment complex. Play cut 57.
I'm not saying that there's not gang members that don't live in this community, but what we're learning out here is that I can tell you that gang members have not taken over this apartment complex.
Okay, and then let's play cut 56.
All right, y'all. So we are outside of that apartment complex that has been in the news all week for allegedly being overrun by Tren de Aragua. Now, the East Colfax Community Collective, which is a communist-aligned group, was saying that actually this area is completely safe, that there's no gang members. This, of course, comes after the city is calling to evict people out of this building and shut it down because of the violence. Now, the migrants are saying the area is safe, that there's no gang members at all. The communist group saying the exact same thing, but we're surveilling the area, and as you guys can see, the actual building has bullet holes. Okay, this bullet hole actually goes all the way through to the other side. We were able to tour the area. There's multiple broken windows as well. So it seems like the building is telling a different story, and we are going to try to talk to residents in the area because I have seen differing narratives surrounding this specific apartment complex and Tren de Aragua.
Okay, so let me understand, Savannah. We have video after video of these armed gangs taking over that were illegals. What is the truth here? We know that the building is 100% taken over. The question is by who? What does your reporting show?
So we had Jonathan Cho go back last night and speak to residents, and he actually spoke to one who was in a hurry. And he states that quote, Mexicans have been going door to door and asking for money and essentially extorting residents. Now, the migrants themselves have even admitted that Tren de Aragua and gangs are in the area, but because the city is threatening to evict them and shut this place down, again, this group has come in and instructed them to say, well, yes, there's gangs, but they're in just different apartment complexes. So there absolutely is a big issue here. And it's really crazy to see groups like this one come in and try to rewrite history essentially with what's going on. And Charlie, I wanted to add as well that this is the same group that back during the winter told migrants to camp under a bridge in Denver to try to essentially strong arm the city into giving them more resources. They wrote out a list of 13 demands for the migrants, requesting culturally appropriate food, free showers for, on no time limit, free immigration lawyers. So this same group has been working alongside these migrants extensively to try to, again, rewrite narratives, cover up what's really going on. I know from the community as well, there is a sense of fear of, okay, I'm not really going to speak out about what's happening here because there is that aspect of gang violence. But again, residents on the ground and migrants themselves who were not a part of this group and this protest yesterday, telling a very different story and saying that Tren de Aragua, of course, is very dangerous. And I do want to just remind viewers as well, this is the same gang, the same Venezuelan prison gang that is linked to the death of Laken Riley, that was linked to the shooting of 2 NYPD police officers earlier this year. They've given the green light for their members to shoot and attack police officers. There was also a very violent jewelry heist here in Denver in which Tren de Aragua members pistol whipped 2 women. So everything that's happening in the community is counter to what, again, this communist group is trying to say. The gang is very much here on the ground.
I mean, it feels like a cover up. So just help me understand. I know this is a difficult thing to ascertain, but based on your reporting, how many people here are here illegally in this complex or in that area versus American citizens or people that are supposed to be in our country?
So the interesting thing about this apartment complex is that a lot of the U.S. residents were either evicted or they've left the area, and the majority of them are illegals. And I know that they're illegals because they were talking to us about work permits, which they were given by the Biden administration because they are Venezuelans. So again, pretty much all of them here are illegal immigrants, and they've overtaken many of these apartment complexes, many of these hotels in both the Denver and the Aurora area. Back in February, Aurora actually passed a resolution saying, hey, Denver might be a sanctuary city, but we aren't. So we don't want to have to deal with this. We are not going to be providing resources for these migrants. But because the issue has gotten so out of hand in Denver, fun fact, they actually have the largest amount of migrants per capita in the entire nation in the city of Denver. Because the issue's so bad over there, they've obviously leaked into Aurora, and now the community is really feeling the effects of this. And you're seeing entire apartment complexes similar to this one that are completely overtaken. In this footage on screen right now, the people that you're seeing there that are American are, again, a part of that communist group that are trying to keep the illegals here in the United States and get more resources from the city and state.
Yeah, this whole thing smells. We're not getting the right answer. I mean, we know that there's millions and millions of illegal foreigners in our country. We know that Colorado has a sizable population. This is wrong no matter who's doing it. It's even worse if these are foreigners that are then taking over our turf, which it seems as if that is exactly the case.